So I've had this box gathering dust for more than a month in this room, and I thought it was about time I actually featured it in a video. Because I've got every single one of the new Benefit lip and eye duos, I thought it was should do a video, shouldn't I? I really should, because I've got every single one. I can swatch all of them. But the thing that's been putting me off is I really wanted to try them. Like, as soon as I get something like this, I open it and I go, oh, like I really want to try it right then and there. But one, I want to take pictures of everything before I've used them. Two, I want to swatch everything and everything still be like nice and new. But I also want to do a first impressions, and it's really difficult to know how to kind of, you know, manage that time and figure out when to do what. So what I've decided to do is we'll open everything up, we'll have a look at it, and then I'm going to pause, take all my pictures, and I'm going to come back to you and we're going to do a proper first impression. So I haven't even opened every single one of them yet. I just opened a couple to have a look. I have got my computer in front of me to see how much everything is. So the eyeshadows, which let me get one of them out for you, look like this. These are 1950, yes, 1950. Now, I mean, you know, just holding this in my hand, it's very, very light, and I believe when I open it up, there are only 2 eyeshadows in here. 1950 feels a little bit steep for that. I don't know about you, but I feel that's a little bit much. And the lip, the double the lip, is 1650, and I feel a little bit better about that because that's kind of a mid to high end lipstick price, and that's what these look like. They look like they've got a very similar packaging to the eyeliners. And then the general idea is that you are using these as a lip liner and a lipstick in one to give extra dimension. And these are 1650. These are what I'm really, really excited about. The eyeshadows, we'll see. But like I say, just looking at them, I feel like they're overpriced. So I'm gonna get everything out and take pictures, and then we will get into actually trying out the products. So I've swatched them, and first impressions from just swatching would be, some of them are definitely more opaque than others, some are more creamy and nicer to work with. And some of them, the darker side, which would kind of be the lip liner, is a little bit more patchy and not quite as creamy and opaque, which kind of is annoying because you would want that to be the best possible quality, because you'd want that to be a really crisp line. But I'm interested to see how it actually works on application. But they are the swatches, so you can see slight definition. Some of the darker shades are more dark, so you're going to get a bit more of a contrast with some than others. I just swatched the eyeshadows. Hang on, it's not focusing. There we go. I'm really not sold on these. Again, haven't actually applied them yet, but the swatches, and things tend to swatch better than they apply. Nothing is super pigmented, and the colours are all a bit blah for me. I don't know, we'll see. But the applicator is pretty good for swatches. That's probably what I'll end up using it for. So it's time for the actual application, and I'm going to try, I've got eyeshadow everywhere, I'm going to try this one, Bombshell Brown. This is the eyeshadow that I'm going to give a go. So I'll try it with the applicator. If you've not seen this, it's kind of like a little sponge. I can see this working for something like under eye concealer, this actually being kind of a useful tool. I'm not seeing it for this. The idea is that you swipe it across, it picks up both colours, and then you put it on the eye. I feel like L'Oreal did this years ago. I don't know if any high-end brands did it and then L'Oreal copied them. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of messy. Okay, I'm going to try and use the applicator on the separate colours instead. No, not sold on the applicator at all. Isn't it just my luck that the postman just arrived when I had crazy eyeshadow? So I've tried to kind of smudge it out a little bit, but I think honestly it would have been a better job if I just used my fingertips. So that is the Duo Shadow Blender. The problem is, the whole thing of this is the blender. If the blender doesn't work, it's just 2 eyeshadows together, which is not a new concept, and I think it's expensive. But that's just me, and I'm just going to put on some mascara now, and then we'll get onto the lipsticks, which is the exciting part. Every time I use that mascara, as I'm applying it, I'm thinking, why don't I use this more often? I actually really like this mascara, and then I remember it's all about how you take it off at the end of the day. It's a bit of a pain, isn't it? Do you know the other thing about these little eyeshadows? They're quite difficult to get open. I want to use the lid, and it's all a bit fiddly. It's not the world's nicest packaging. So I've got 3 here that I'm going to give a go. Like I say, I swatched them earlier on. I'm not going to do You know, I'm not going to try every single one of them on, but I want to try 3. And I've chosen a nude, a pink, and kind of a corally red. So we'll see how they go, but I will pop up swatches as we go with names so you can actually refer to them. And there will be a blog post below for you to check out. But I'm going to try with the nude first of all. And this is Nude Scandal. So looking at it in the tube, it looks like this. So some of them definitely have more of a contrast than others. I think this is probably not quite such a deep contrast, but it seems like the kind of colour, like if I was going to go into the shop and buy one of them, this might have been the colour that I picked. The texture is very different than what I expected. It's not super, super creamy. I mean, maybe I'll feel differently with the different colours, but I don't even know if it's completely super opaque. It's kind of satiny, but it's really, really comfortable. It feels really, really nice on the lips. And that particular colour, I don't think there's a tremendous amount in it, lip liner wise, but maybe I'm looking in the viewfinder and it looks more so, like from a distance. Maybe it does add some dimension. I went to take it off in the mirror and I had a proper look, and I actually really quite like that. It does something, but it's not super obvious, because I've seen these on some other people and thought, I think that it looks like 2 different colours, but maybe that's one of the more subtle ones. The next one I'm going to try is Fuchsia Fever, which looks like this. Up close I can definitely see the line, but from a distance it does kind of seem just a little bit more plump. There might be something to this. Okay, last one. I'm going to try, what is this one called? Revved Up Red, which looks like this. So again, I think this is one of the more subtle differences. I think it all depends on how you apply it and how you blend it as you apply it. This one is actually not as red as I thought it was going to be. Sorry, the light is horrible today. You know, let's just wait for the summer and it will be so much better. Also, this looks like I've got like a mustache of lipstick. This is kind of more like a muted red. Less red than I thought it was going to be, but also I think that this one was one of the ones that I was talking about where the liner is not quite as bold as the lip itself. But I like it, I like the colour. This action, where you turn it upside down, that's kind of something you'd have to get used to. I totally just wanted to try a red for the sake of trying a red, but I really, really like this colour. I think in a similar way to the nude at the beginning, it gives a slight definition, but not a lot at all. Also, if you look at this, the lip liner on this one is obviously a little bit softer than the lipstick because it's wearing away. That would be interesting to see whether or not that happens and whether or not you can sharpen them in any way. I totally thought this was a gimmick. I thought that it was gonna look like I was wearing 2 different coloured lipsticks. I just didn't think it was gonna work. I was excited to try it. It seemed like an exciting launch, but it wasn't something that I thought, oh yeah, this is gonna like revolutionize the way that I wear lipstick. But I am such a lip liner addict now. I slightly overdraw my lips. I like that kind of more full lip look. I really, really enjoy lip liner, and turns out I actually really, really like this whole range. I'm not sold on the Duo eyeshadow blender. It's a nice enough eyeshadow, but it's not exciting, and I don't like the actual sponge at all. I'm gonna check out now because I have seen things on Instagram, but I purposely avoided any reviews or anything online. So I'm now gonna go and check out how other people are finding the eyeshadow, just to see if there's another way of using it, or if there's a way of making it work. We'll see. I may talk about that in a follow-up, but yeah, first impressions are very, very favorable for the lipsticks. Really excited about those. You will see more of those from me, and that nude color, amazing. Hopefully this was a useful video for those of you that just wanted a little bit more information about the range, or just wanted to know what I thought of it, because I have kind of said on Instagram that I had them and I was going to make a video, and I've just taken forever to actually get around to it. It's more the swatches that I'm always interested in, but when you swatch them, as you'll see on the swatches that I've put up throughout the video, you can see that divide in some of them, and I don't think that that is as apparent when you apply it to your lips, because you do blend it a little bit because you're going backwards and forwards, and when you press your lips together, that's going to kind of blend it, and you're just going to be left with a slight shadow, I think, around your lips, which is kind of the idea, and the kind of plumping look, the whole 3D lip trend. So yeah, yes, thumbs up from me. I really, really like it. So thanks for watching. If you've got any particular video requests, let me know in the comments, but otherwise I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.